we're back again for another oscilloscope fixing session. What we're going to try and do today is at least get the switch that fell in repaired. So this one here, which is to do with the trigger mechanism, I think. And if we get time, we'll also try replacing some banana plugs. And we've earmarked this one up here as being the first one to try because it's amongst the worst, but also it doesn't have a lot of things hanging off the back of it. So if we get it horribly wrong, it won't matter too much. Alright, so let's see how we go. So we'll begin with the switch. This is the side profile of the switch that's broken. You can see the switch has fallen back into the case here. And we've just been discussing off camera that what we think we might be able to do, without any soldering or anything, is to pop this back in and then just bend these tabs back over the back of this circuit board. And hopefully that should be enough to keep it in. But if that fails, then we'll have to take it out and see if we can fix it back in another way. So what we'll do is we'll start by just taking the screws out on the front and putting them into a pot, which Mexi's now going to get from the shelf behind me. Okay, so I think the switch might fall back into the... You got it? So I'm actually having trouble getting this out. There we go. So you got it? Oh, and there comes the back of the board. These are all the pieces that came out of the switch, and it's all kind of exploded on us as we've taken it out. You've got the bit that you'd move yourself, that's just black plastic, and it's got what it's supposed to have inside two metal runners. One of them's fallen out. That's what this is. There are two balls which just offer a tactile sort of switch feel, I believe. And then what's this piece here? That is just goes on the front of the switch to hold the main plasticky part in place. So the idea is that the two metal plate switch should be in here. Run along these two blades here that stick out the back of the circuit board. So what we're going to have to do is put the other metal plate back in here. The balls fit in these holes either side here, and then once we've got all that back together, what we should be able to do is bend the metal tabs on this piece back over the back of the board here, and that should hold that all in place, and then it's just a matter of screwing it back to the main chassis. There's the switch reconstructed, and that took Mex a whole, oh I don't know, 1.5 minutes to do that. I thought this would be a really annoying job, but turns out it's not that hard, or he's very skilled, and I'll let you choose which of the two it is. So we're going to get that back in the case now. Right, so that's the switch back in. Feels nice. That's interesting. Because the switch has 3 settings, but the hole only allows 2 of them to be...
There's only 2 wires joined together at the back.
Yeah.
They've turned the 3-pole switch into a 2-pole switch by the shape of the hole in the front.
Yeah, that's called cost cutting, isn't it? Okay, what's the next thing? The next thing
Test
is...
that switch?
Yes, let's test that actually. Yep. We've spent some time trying to test this now, and it appears that the trigger mechanism isn't working at all. I should just mention that you're going to see artifacts because of, well, we're filming a CRT screen and that never works well. Basically what we should be able to do is say trigger from source Y2, which is the input source we're using here, and at some point when I vary the controls when I'm in manual mode, I should be able to see this basically appear to stay still. But for whatever reason, whatever you change, whether it's rising edge or falling edge, we just can't seem to get anything to... Oh, that's sort of bouncing around now. I think that's just the noisy pot that we had last week. And besides, I'd expect the auto trigger mode to work too. And as you can see, this is not staying still. So we're probably going to have to come back to that another time. Bit of a shame, really. I think we're going to wrap it up there for this video. In the next video, what we'll do is we'll start replacing the banana plugs. It's going to take a while to do all of those banana plugs, so we'll stick it in another video entirely, I think. So see you next time. Bye.